Black at you. This is the Few the Proud of For Real TV, right black at you. Of course, I'm your host, Raheem the Dream, better known as Top Cat. I'm your host. Just got a little something I wanted to uh, speak on this afternoon. No, I see my man pulling up now. I'm going to come back and get back at him, though. Come back and get back at him. Uh, Assets and liabilities is what this little live I'm doing right now about, you know, um, something I was thinking about today, but this morning, since I've been out, it's assets and liabilities. I been listening to some things that I listen to every day, and I had a conversation with a gentleman that's pretty well off, and we was having conversation about assets and liabilities. What's an asset, what's a liability. You know what I'm saying? I broke it down to him on what I said it was, and this is a gentleman that's been, doing good, doing business, big business for years. And when I broke it down to him, the way that uh, when I broke it down to him, my definitions of it, and he said, "Wow." He said, "Man, I never even thought about it like that." You understand what I'm saying? And this is a gentleman that teaches other people. Okay. Um, this gentleman, he teaches in a college, and he was like, "Wow, that's a great way of breaking that down, real simple." You understand what I'm saying? And then we went on. We went on. And here, brother, and we went on, and I asked him a few questions. And see, one thing I like about this brother is that when I ask him a question, one of the first things he'll say is, "What do you think the answer is? What do you think about it?" See, because he know I have something, or I wouldn't have called him. You see what I'm saying? He know I have some kind of idea, or I wouldn't have called him. So I ask him questions about IRAs, EFTs, um, things of that nature. You understand what I'm saying? And he said to me, he said, "Chop, I already know you and done some research on it. So let's start with he said, let's start with your research on what you came up in your research." That's what he said to me. So, I gave him the information that I had, what I came up with and everything. You dig what I'm saying? He said, "Okay, now that's the research you did. What's your understanding of your research?" This is the Few the Proud of For Real TV, right black at you, right black at you. Um, First time coming to the channel, consider subscribing to the channel. I have some good content on the channel. Tap that little subscribe button. Tap that little bell so every time I upload something or go live, you'll get it. And of course, smash that thumbs up for me. And so I gave him in my own words what I thought. Cause one thing about him, he would tell me, "Okay, break it down to where you understand it. I know what you read, But break it down to what to where you understand it. And as he say, top, as you always say, break it down to layman. So I broke it down to layman, told him what what I thought, and he told me what he thought was good. You dig what I'm saying? He gave me some other stuff that what I'm saying. To go look at and look up. Okay, because he do know our research. You dig what I'm saying? And we had a great conversation. Assets and liabilities. I'm tell you something else he told me. He kind of come from my background, kind of. He dipped and dabbled, but he was never really out there. You dig what I'm saying? And this is something he told me. He told me, man, you need to count up all your, which I knew already, but you take all info. I take all information. Count up your assets and count up your liabilities and weigh them. But I'm gonna tell you something else that he told me. And this ain't the first time he told me this, cause he know how I like to dress, and he also dresses the same way. You know, he told me. He said, Tom. He said, Tom, this is what I want you to do. He said, Tom, this is what I want you to do. He said, if you calculate all your clothes, all your mink coats, your jewelry, all them gators and stuff you got at the house, he say, sit down, add that up, and tell me do your bank account or wherever you keep your money at matches it. But he had told me this before, so I'm just sharing it with y'all. And I remember when he first told me that. I remember when he first, told me that, and I did it. It blew my mind. It kind of blew my mind. And what I mean by blowing my mind, I counted up my shoe, just my shoes alone. I counted that shit up, man. Excuse my language. I counted that stuff up, and I counted them up just, $1,000 a pair. Because they really, some of them cost more than that, but we're gonna just go with. I just went with a nice, even round number. Count how many pairs of shoes I had. Count them as $1,000 a piece. And just that alone made me say, wow, I have nothing nowhere near that put away. I didn't even, you know what? I just actually just stopped with the shoes. I just stopped with the shoes because I didn't want to count no more. I didn't want to count no more. This is the future proud of real TV. Emphasis on real. 'Cause like I said, when I counted up just the shoes, I was like, oh man. I remember he first told me that, which was maybe about 2 years ago when he told me that, and I did it. And like I said, I didn't even go past the shoes, man. I didn't even get past the shoes and shook my head. You did. I didn't even go to the belts that matched the shoes. Gator belts, crocodile belts. I didn't even get that far. I stopped with the shoes and shook my head because what he said when I weighed it, nah, I couldn't match it. My savings couldn't match just the shoes. And that was a hell of a thing for me to think about. But when he told me to do that, and I did it. And when I called him, when he answered, he said, "Yeah, got you messed up, don't it?" I said, "Yeah, man." I said, "Yeah, that's something to really think about, you know." So yeah, that's something really to think about. So, you know, assets versus liabilities. You dig what I'm saying? So what I'm doing now is everything that I try to acquire, I'm making it a asset. Anything I acquire, I'm making it an asset. I even been thinking about, what I'm saying, if it comes down to it, maybe selling a few things. You understand what I'm saying? Selling a few things because they are liabilities. In other words, it costs me to take care of. You know what I'm saying? It costs me to take care of. So this is the few, the proud of for real TV, right black at you. And I just wanted to put this short up. I ain't gonna take up too much of y'all time. Like I said, the first time coming to the channel, subscribe to the channel, tap that little bell, and smash that thumbs up. You know, assets and liabilities is what's been on my mind since I woke up this morning. Okay, and I've been up since about 5 this morning, uh, checking out my channels that I normally check out. When I got something on my mind, I have certain channels I can go to and I can watch and sometimes get answers to my questions that I have in my head. And then even if I don't get them there, I do have one or two people I can call. You know, so that's pretty much what that is. That's pretty much where I'm at. This is the Few the Proud of For Real TV, and Right Black got you. What I'm doing here is giving my audience something to think about. I try to share with my audience the things that I think about, that I think that my audience will benefit from. That's why a lot of times I put things out there. I didn't go live last night. I had a little trouble. Not really a little trouble. I just didn't go live last night. Situation wasn't right on what I was trying to do because I'm trying to learn some new things on the computer, and I'm having a problem. But I'm waiting on some people to call me back, so hopefully they can give me a remedy on some of the stuff I'm trying to do on the computer because I want to do some different stuff on the channel instead of just the same thing sitting there talking. I got some other things that I want to integrate into my program. You know what I'm saying? Because I try to I want things to be educational. I want it to be educational to grow my people. You know, for us to grow as a people. You know what I'm saying? That's where I'm at. So I'm trying to add some new things. I want to bring some different things up so you'll be able to see exactly what I'm talking about instead of just saying it out my mouth. I want to pull it up and show it to you. So uh, that's where I'm at, and hopefully I'll have that remedy today, and I will go live this evening. So this is the few, the proud, the for real TV right back at you. You know I go live. I go live pretty much 5 days a week at 7:45, 7:45 Monday through Fridays. Okay. Name of the channel, The Few, the Proud, the For Real TV. And me, I'm right black at you. Right black at you. So I'm gonna end this here. I hope I gave you some kind of information. Maybe you can go look up. That you might want to sit down yourself and get a pen and paper and weigh your assets and liabilities, so you can start questioning what you're doing. I'm always questioning what I'm doing. Okay. Once again, this is the few, the proud of real TV, right back at you. And I'm your good brother, Raheem the Dream, better known as Top Cat. And I'm gonna sign on out of here. Peace and black power. I'm out.